need answers, all right? Man. I'm frustrated. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm fresh out of bed. I got stuff on my mind. You see your boy, you know what I'm saying, wearing his Superman pajama jammies.
Bananas in pajamas.
All right, but woo, all right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I'm laying in my bed, and my mind just works differently, man. And I'm just over here, just random thoughts, random questions are popping up that I need answers to because it's not making no sense. These things are happening all day around us. We see it, but do we even really question it? Like, so I need answers, man. All right, yeah, let's just get into it, man. All right, Big Daniel, Import Life Media, man. And if you guys are first-time viewers, you guys are gonna have fun with this one. If you guys are my recurring subscribers, thank you again. You already know how we about to do this. Feel my pain, laugh at my pain, and jump in the comment section and help me out and answer some of these questions, man. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Answer me this. Why is it people that can't reverse into a parking spot always want to do it? How does that make everybody who can't reverse into a parking spot, they always want to do it?
Good luck, everybody else.
And even when they try it, all they're doing is holding up traffic. You're confused and they can't do it. Now, it's funny because the cars that do that are either hella busted, you know what I'm saying? Old, like it's not even cute. Okay, here's this. To the people that do reverse into parking spots and they do have nice cars, I'll give you that. It's a nice car. It's you know what I mean? Okay, you're trying to give yourself that VIP treatment, but learn how to do it. Learn, like, it could be at Costco, just any shopping center, the mall, whatever. You're driving down the lane and the car passes the parking spot, right? So you're going, stops, and the reverse lights come on. Get out of there! Kind of confused. And now they start trying to back up into, you know, and meanwhile, now you have to throw your car in reverse. Hopefully there's nobody behind you. Because this individual had to pass the spot, reverse, to try to back into it. And then when they do it, it's on some like Austin Powers. Straight up. You know what I mean? Why do people do that? Why do people who can't reverse into parking spots keep trying to do it? Go into an empty parking lot when everything's closed and just practice. Set some cones up in front of your house. Don't do it when I have places to be. Don't do it when other people have things to do. Doesn't make sense. All right, here's another one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Hey, how come in movies and TV shows and all that, whenever there's some drama or suspense and let's say somebody goes and bust the windows out of a car and they go and then, you know, jumpstart the car and they steal the car? How come every single time in these shows and movies, every time a car gets stolen, there's always gas in it? How come there's never, think about that. Sometimes you might be on E, like literally I'm running on fumes.
Battery's dead.
And I'm gonna wake up early in the morning, get gas, and then go to work. How come in these movies, nobody ever breaks into a car, jump starts it, and all of a sudden that gas light is on? You don't ever see that. All the cars that get stolen just are ready to go, just ready to go. Now let's say the cars do have gas in it, right? Boom, check. Okay, we're good. How come none of the cars that get stolen in these shows, how come their alignment is always good? Show me a video or a movie where somebody steals a car and all of a sudden going down the road, that steering wheel is shaking and it's not safe. You know what I'm saying? How come these cars, they don't have bad brakes? Why is it everything on this car is perfect? Because think about your car. Your car, you know better than anybody from all the wear and tear, little tricks and stuff like that, right? You know what it takes to keep your car on the road. if somebody stole it, they wouldn't know what to do. But in these movies and TV shows, I guess all these cars are perfect. Here's this. How come there's never a car that gets stolen and beforehand, you have to put antifreeze in it or you have to pour water in it so it doesn't overheat? Why are all these cars gassed up, perfect working condition, and ready to go? I don't know. Like I said, this is just how my mind works. Like, it makes sense though, right? Come on, give me a little bit of credit. It makes sense. Here's another thing. Let's talk about parking structures, parking lot fees and things like that. Now, I'm thinking about this in terms of like Vegas, LA, and all that, whatever. But anywhere you're at, obviously there's gonna be parking structures. And excuse me, if there's an event, you can pay for parking. Cool, okay, we're there. So here's where I'm going with this. Why is it that you drive, you pay, so you're paying for a service, but yet they say that they're not responsible for any damages or theft or anything like that that happens to your vehicle? What the hell what are you paying for then? What you know what I mean? What's the point of that? What's the point of having these cameras up if they're not going to record anything or if they don't work? Now, let's say they do work. I'm paying for my car to sit in one spot and not move. And then I come back to it safely and I can leave. That's what I'm paying for. In a sense, it's a sense of service and security. So why am I gonna pay to leave my car and then just fingers crossed, hope nothing happens to it? I hope when I come back, it's in the same condition that I left it in. But yet these places or entities or whatever you want to say that they're not responsible for it. What's crazy is some of the places you have to drive in and give your money to an actual security guard, like at the guard tower. Why are you giving the money to a security guard?
We top flight security of the world, Craig.
That has a guard tower and all that, if when I pull in and park, whatever happens, happens. It's on me, not them. Security guard. What is you securing? What is you securing? You over here in a box, maybe with some TVs or golf cart rolling around the premises. Like I said, there's cameras, there's gates. It's gated in. But, I don't know. Hey, if I'm wrong in the comment section, please let me know that I'm wrong. I'm thinking about this kind of like I'm overly thinking it and I'm off in the head. But if I'm going to pay for something, at the end of the day, because I'm paying you for a service, there needs to be some sense or some sort of responsibility on you. Otherwise, I'm paying you for the possibility of my car to get damaged, broken into, or stolen. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. Hey, hold on. Before I continue on with this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that button. Find out what I'm about. Find out what this channel's about, you know what I mean? And rock with your boy. Okay, here we go. Like I said, my mind works differently, dude. Like things just pop up. I got one for you right now. Boom. Hey, think about that used vehicle that you buy. I mean, if you go to a dealership, you get that car fresh off the lot, cool. Hey, I ain't got money like that. More power to you. But more than likely, most everybody either has a used vehicle or has bought a used vehicle before in the past, okay? But think about this. In that used vehicle that you bought, whoever the previous owner was, I bet if you were to look underneath the seat, you're gonna see just like a stack, a whole colony full of dried up boogers. Random, right? But when you got a used car, when was the last time you checked for that? What, you pop the hood, you go through it, making sure everything is right. When was the last time you just took a second to open the door and glance up underneath the seat just to make sure there ain't no buildup over time? Let me just go ahead and just put it up underneath this seat right here. It's not gonna, they sold the car and now you have it. I don't know, it's random, but I think I kind of do have a point. You know what I mean? Even kids, there's a lot of, when people say, oh, it was family owned. What do kids do? Man, they're over here snot, sick, coughing, sneezing, boogers. Yeah, wiping it on stuff. Check underneath your seat. Check that car. Do it with gloves on. Hey, leave in the comment section if anything like this has ever happened. But I guarantee, all right, I'll confess. It's your boy, Big Daniel, Import Life Media. And yes, I will confess to you guys that I have picked my nose and wiped it underneath my seat. I've done it. I don't know where that car is at that I did that in, but somebody else is driving it. Somebody's driving around with my crusted, hard boogers right up underneath their legs. Anyway, all right, look, I'm done with this video. If you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe. It supports me. It helps me out a lot. Keeps you guys in the algorithm. Anytime I drop new content, anytime I post something, you guys are always gonna be the first to know. Follow me on Instagram at Import Life Media, also on TikTok at Import Life Media. Like I said, my mind is weird, but you know what I mean? Rock with your boy.
Walking a mile, walking a mile.
Let's have fun with this. But leave in the comment section if you have any experiences with this stuff or anything. Why do people always back up and they don't know how? Parking, why pay for it if they're not even responsible for your vehicle? And yeah, boogers and cars getting stolen that have perfect alignment, full tank of gas. Brakes are working properly. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, y'all. Hey, stay blessed. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And more than anything, hey, let's get those cars built. All right, y'all. Till next time.